This is part 3 and the final part of my shooter game tutorial. So today we're gonna be finishing the game basically. So like for example, once we die, we want to die basically. So anyway, I've already done some art. I'm just going to show you. It's nothing really. It's just this. I've already done the game over background. So I'm going to give you a few seconds. Just pause this video and change your black backdrop into a game over screen. Whatever game over screen you want. Okay, if you have continued this tutorial, then that must mean you have the BG. So of course you had to draw it yourself, right? So So anyway, I think for starters we are going to first of all finish off the life, because like it's, at least for me, it's too big and all that. So anyway, I've already gotta set the size to, I don't know, something like 75 maybe? No, let's set it to 50. I'm going to put it like this. And now I am going to say forever, and I'm going to drag in my switch costume to 0 instead of my forever loop. And after that, I am going to broadcast a new message called game over. You know what, let's call it, game over. Okay, so that's good. And okay, so that means basically once we die, we are going to get broadcasted game over. Okay, so basically that means once we die, we will be broadcasted game over. Okay, so that's good. So now I'm going to go into every single one of my sprites and say, when I receive game over, I want to stop the other scripts in Sprite, because that's the way it works. And then I'm going to switch the costume to, and I'm going to go into my costumes and right click duplicate this costume, and I'm going to call it, let's say dead. So dead. Okay, and I'm going to mess with it a bit. I'm gonna do it really quick, like, I don't know, something like this, like its flesh is kind of ripped out, and like, I don't know, you know, something like this. It's not great, but like, let's say that he's getting eaten this side, and this side is like, he's okay, but his arm is like twisted unnaturally, and he's not really holding onto the gun, only with one arm, and that arm is kind of twisted. I don't know, you can have fun with this. So once you're finished, we are going to go back into our code and switch the costume to dead, basically once we broadcast the game over. And we are going to broadcast the game over, you know, once we run out of lives. So I'm going to drag this into my bullet sprite, and I'm just going to take away the switch costume to dead. And I'm also going to drag this into my zombie sprite, and I am going to, that's it, basically. So, okay. So now basically, let's quickly test that out. Wait. Oh yes, also to change its size properly, you have to also drag in a when green flag clicked forever. We are going to simply just set size to 50, I guess, yeah. So, okay, that is good. So now if we press, it will be the right size. Okay, so now we see the game over screen already, but that's because our BG is game over. So anyway, if we get killed, we die and everything else stops, right? So that's very cool. Okay, so that's good for now. And okay, now how about we don't always see the game over, otherwise it's like kind of weird, isn't it? Of course, there are two ways to do this. I mean, the uglier way is that I just simply right click duplicate this, And on 1, I don't have the game over screen. And then once the game over is broadcasted, we switch it to the game over screen. But I want to make it a bit more interesting, so keep only 1 costume, and that's the game over costume. And I'm going to create a new sprite. I'm going to paint it. And I'm going to drag in a black rectangle across the screen like so. Okay, so with this, we are going to keep it like that actually. That's it. That's pretty simple. And inside of the code, I'm going to say when I receive game over, I want to, first of all, I also want to say when green flag clicked, forever, we want to go to back layer, and also I want to show right here, and also I want to clear the graphic effects. Okay, so anyway, when I receive game over, I want to go again back to the back layer just in case, and then I'm going to repeat 100 times, and I am going to just change the ghost effect by 1. Okay, so let's test that out. So first of all, when we start, it's very nice. We don't see the game over screen. But once we die, I have only 1 life left. Oh, I'm going to die, and okay, the game over screen slowly appears. So that's really, really cool, right? I mean, okay, that's actually it. So I think I'm going to complete this tutorial because it's a bit short by adding a zombie that I did not show at the start. So let's make this zombie maybe like, you know what? Let's do an indestructible zombie. Basically what this means is just a zombie that's really, 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 really strong. So I'm going to right click duplicate this one, and I'm going to change its color to something like blackish, or yeah, blackish. What? Wait, let me not do that. Let me just select this and make the fill blackish, and maybe like a weird color, like brown or something like that. Yeah, it looks weird, but that makes it good. So I'm also going to select the outline right here and make the outline this color too. Okay, it's a nice disgusting color that already shows that it's gonna be strong. So I'm going to call this one indestructible. Okay. Oh wait, sorry, I did the wrong spelling. Destructible. Okay. And I'm going to also make this one bigger. Like a lot bigger. So I'm going to center the cube only. Remember, this is important. We're going to center the cube only, and then put the arms as accessories. Now I think I'm going to do some different arms. Maybe let's do them like kind of the same, so similar. And I'm going to make his arms even longer, so it's really weirdish. Okay, and I'm going to make him really have a big alarming. Make him kind of like bulge out in a weird way. It's kind of like bulge out like this. I don't know. Yeah, that's good. It's kind of like squashed something. It's very weird, but that's pretty cool. So I'm going to right click duplicate my else if pick random, and I'm going to say if pick random 1 to 10 equals, let's say 1, then I want to switch the costume to, I'm also going to delete this anyway. So else, I'm going to say switch costume to indestructible and set the Z life to something like 30. Make the Z speed to 0.5, so it goes 2 times slower, and set the reward to something like 10. Yes, okay. And else I'm just going to do the switch costume to normal, like this. Okay. Now let's just quickly test our game out. So we might not see the, oh look, it already appeared. I mean, look at that thing. It's gigantic. It kind of looks like a boss zombie or something. Yeah, we can kind of pretend it's a boss zombie. Okay, yeah, that's very nice. I like it. Okay, so that's kind of like our weird indestructible zombie. And I'm just going to maybe, oh, you know what? Let's wrap it up here, and maybe I'm just going to make its costume a bit better, because I really don't like the color, honestly. So I'm just going to make the fill maybe something more like dark green. Maybe the outline can be red, just for the fun of it, you know. I mean, you're in power, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to make this also, you know what, let's make his arms red. And his outline be, let's make his outline be the same color in the fill, but his arms, I want them to be red. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to also make this go to the front so the arms pop out. So, how about we add a third arm just for the fun? Okay, so now that's a freaky zombie. No, okay, that's too crazy. Anyway, so I don't think we'll see him because he's quite rare. But if you have the patience to wait, I'm going to just wait a bit. So anyway, that's it for this tutorial. So thanks for watching and bye. Check out my other tutorials and please subscribe. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Well, we saw him. That's good. Well,